What's going on, all my Talonites? It's TalonMasterJ here, and guys, oh my lord, we just got some incredible news on the Pokemon Presents earlier today, ladies and gentlemen. So if you guys are interested in this kind of stuff, leave a like on this video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We're on our way to 300 Talonites, on our way up to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we're right at the cusp of 300 on Twitch over at twitch.tv/TalonMasterJ. So if you guys want, join that. And if you guys want, also join the Discord server. I'm hosting a VGC tournament next Thursday, and it's a Salute to Worlds 2023. I got the link in my Discord server. But guys, Pokemon Presents came out today, and let's be real, for most of us, we don't really care about Cafe Remix all that much. I mean, there are some that do, so, you know, nice to see Tatsugiri come in, which is alright. Masters EX getting Nemona, that was something that was pretty cool to worry about, because Nemona is really good. And also adding the sprint, and I think it's a field technique is what they said with Victor and Spectrier. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but we were all caring about Scarlet and Violet with the DLC, the Teal Mask, and the Indigo Disk. And honestly, that's what we're going to look at, guys. We're going to look at all the information on the website, and then we're going to talk about some Pokemon that were revealed. So first things up, we're getting mass outbreaks again, which is pretty cool. So that returns from Pokemon Legends Arceus, which is really cool. Mass outbreaks, a phenomenon. Many of the same species appear in one location. So, you know, during these events, certain Pokemon become more likely to appear. And our first one is going to be Clefairy from Thursday, September 28th to Sunday, October 1st. I'm guessing that we have a full moon that week in the world, so that's probably why. While you can encounter Clefairy during Adventures Kitakami, you normally can't find Clefairy in the Paldea region. So, as you can see, like, it's outside of Zapapico, which is pretty cool. Clefairy with the upbeat marks, you'll be able to get marks, which is pretty cool. You know, how to view and assign marks. Now we get into the other stuff with the Paldea region. On top of your school trip in Kitakami and your studies abroad, the hidden treasure of Area 0 will tie you back to the Paldea region. So, you know, naturally you're going to be going back to Area 0 and stuff like that. And, well, actually, let's go to that one in a sec. Hold on, I should have done this in a way. So, I'm going to move these over, in a sense, so that way I can keep everything together. So, you know, that way everything is, like, all one thing and everything. I really should have done this together and everything. Let's see. That one's there. That one's there. Okay, yeah. So new ways to play. So apparently we get the something called Ogre Oustin, which is pretty cool. It's like a little mini game and whatnot where you collect berries and whatnot. And this is incredible. We have the Fresh Start Mochi, which, guys, we got our EV reset item. We don't have to worry about a girl. We don't have to worry about an island in the middle of nowhere. All we have to worry about is getting this Mochi. I don't know what the recipe is to get it. It's probably going to be, I don't know, maybe a couple of the berries of the EVs, so like the Pame, the Greppas and stuff like that. But even then, like, you'll be able to try your hand with up to 3 other players online. Try using teamwork to take on harder difficulty levels. For example, some players could focus on popping far away balloons, while others drive off the greedy Pokemon that come after the berries you've already gathered. And then also, we get a selfie stick, which is pretty cool. So, you know, you get to make pictures look a little bit better. You know, just have the selfie stick and everything like that. Search for Pokemon to photograph in the Timeless Woods, which is pretty interesting, to say the least, what that is. During your adventure in the Hidden Treasure, you'll encounter Perrin, who is easily Adaman's descendant. It is without a shadow of a doubt that she is Adaman's descendant, and her design is phenomenal. Oh, literally, the 2 characters that were revealed today in Briar and Perrin, their designs are incredible. They're incredible, yo. but she's visiting Kitakami in hopes of encountering and photographing a certain Pokemon. Your search for this mysterious Pokemon will take you into the Timeless Woods, a place where the people of Kitakami rarely tread. Now, because Kitakami, if I remember correctly, it's actually based on an area of Japan, I wonder, and I don't want to sound like, I don't necessarily want to sound controversial here, but I wonder if this forest has any relation to that one forest in Japan that we all know about. I don't necessarily want to say it is or not, but the fact that it's a place where the people of Kitakami rarely tread, that's what gets me thinking about that. And again, I could be wrong, and I reserve the right to be wrong. I reserve that right. But with Parent by your side, you'll be able to take snapshots of Pokemon in the area as you seek out the mysterious Pokemon together. And as you can see, that's Parent's design. And again, her design is incredible. It really is. And honestly, you look at that head and you tell me that that's not Adamant with that hairstyle. You tell me that's not Adamant. And honestly, I'm really curious as to people who are going to cosplay her at like regionals or Comic-Con, stuff like that, because her design's really good and I think people could really pull it off. Next up, as we know, Mew and Mewtwo are coming to Scarlet and Violet. So if you guys haven't done it yet, they have a code going on called Get Your Mew with the O in your as the 0, and you'll be able to get a random Terra-type Mew. And apparently, if you use Mew in the battle against Mewtwo, I guess Mew gets stat buffs, which is pretty interesting, that you get stat buffs on top of the cheering, independent of what that, which is pretty cool. Next up, explore Kitakami by orienteering during your school trip. After arriving in Kitakami for a school trip, you'll get to explore the land's rich history by participating in an orienteering activity. You and other students will be tasked with traveling the land in search of signboards that depict stories from one of Kitakami's oldest folk tales. As you learn more, you may even unmask its mysteries. And here she is, Briar. A teacher at Blueberry Academy is in charge of the school trip you'll be embarking on. Now, again, her design is incredible. Like, it's really good, looks like a good teacher, for starters, but I saw this on Twitter, and now that I'm seeing it, I can't unsee it. If I remember correctly, I believe it was Soul Silver Art was the account. But they were talking about how Briar probably is the quote-unquote true villain of the hidden treasure of Area Zero and might be related to Heat. Which, if that comes out to it, that is awesome. That is awesome. But yeah, I mean, her design is good, and I'm guessing that her sport jacket will change. So, like, this one is her in the violet color, and I'm guessing that if you play Scarlet, she'll have an orange suit jacket, which is cool. And this one is also, the legendary Pokemon Ogerpon has been discovered in its terastallized state. That its appearance seems to differ from most other Terra Pokemon. Exactly what sort of power this legendary Pokemon possesses is still unknown. But what I'm noticing here is, I don't remember on this picture, those two, like, it looks like a branch and a twig or something like that, if you guys see it on the left one. And it's making me think, is that Ogerpon's face right here with those two yellow dots? I don't know. I really don't know. But the Terrestrial Mask is dope. It is so dope. And then the last thing for the hidden treasure of Area Zero, well, I mean, there's a couple of other things. Train your Pokemon and battle as a member of the League Club. So this is part of the Indigo Disk. You participate in what's called the BB League, including the Elite Four, and you get to customize a room, which is pretty cool. You get to customize a room, you can redecorate the club room, and you can even change your character's throwing motion, which is so awesome. I'm so thrilled that we finally get that back. And then also, this is really cool that you can invite the gym leaders of Paldea to the Blueberry Academy, and if you defeat them in battle, you'll also be able to trade with them. I can't recall the last gym leader that we could trade with. I think, if I remember correctly, I think it was, well, no, Brock had it in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And I don't remember any in Unova or Kalos doing that. So, yeah, that's something for sure. Then we also found out that Terapagos, the Pokemon that we saw in the anime, it is officially confirmed. That is normal form Terapagos. And this form is its terrestrial form. So when it actually looks like a turtle, it is called its terrestrial form, which is really cool. And then the Blueberry League and take on their Elite Four. So you get like so you have Elite Trios, which are preludes to the Elite Four battles, which is pretty cool. Such as flying. So you'll give Koraidon a ride on a supplement that will grant it the power to fly. It seems this power is only temporary, but perhaps someday this hidden potential will be fully unleashed. Interesting. And then you have the four Elite Four members. You have Lacey, who we knew about. You have Crispin. We finally got his name, Crispin. We got Amaris, which is pretty cool. And I think people speculated her to be Serrano's daughter, which, again, makes sense. You know, principal of a school, have your kids there. It all adds up. And then finally, Drayton. And we pretty much know their types. Dragon, Steel, Fire. But Lacey's the one that's still a wild card to me because it looks like she's a fairy type, but it looks like she could be a psychic type. Like, I can't make heads or tails on Lacey. But we know that Crispin was commanding a Magmortar, so he's a fire type. I mean, Amaris literally has her hair in metal screw looking. So of course she's a steel type. And she was carrying a heavy ball in the trailer. And then Drayton, this is something with Drayton. Drayton revealed this Pokemon, Archaludon. I am hyped at this, yo, because we now have the ability to use Eviolite Duraludon. And who cares if Ash beat an unevolved Pokemon or Leon's biggest rival was using an unevolved not fully evolved Pokemon. Who cares at this point? This is incredible, yo. It's called the Alloy Pokemon. It keeps the Steel Dragon type, 132 pounds. But look at that ability, yo. Not only does it have Sturdy as a Steel Dragon, it has Stamina. Freaking Stamina on a Steel type. This is incredible. I love it. In a pinch, it takes on a bridge-like appearance. When in trouble, Archaludon extends its normally bent torso, trading some of its mobility for a more stable center of gravity. While it's like this Pokemon resembles a magnificent steel bridge. And Archaludon builds up static electricity and fires a powerful beam. Terminals at the ends of its limbs gather and store static electricity, which Archaludon can use to fire a powerful beam made up of electric energy not normally generated within its body. Archaludon can gather static electricity more easily during storms and other inclement weather, allowing it to fire off its beam faster than usual. And its beam is its new move, Electroshock, which is it's apparently a combination of Meteor Beam and Solar Beam, in a sense. It's a Meteor Beam in the sense that it gets a special attack boost on the first turn, but in rain, you can use it without having to charge it up. So, potentially, in a VGC format, you could pair Archaludon with like Kyogre or Pelipper with Choice Specs or Choice Scarf, depending on its speed. Its special attack is already going to be through the damn roof. But you could pair it with a Scarf or a Specs on it and go to town with Electroshock. And God forbid if this move became like a spread move, like Make It Rain. Oh, man, that'd be awesome. But the other final reveal Pokemon, well, there are two other Pokemon, and I gotta get those set up, is Dipplin. We have another new evolution to Applin, which is pretty cool. And it's cute. I like it. Candy Apple Pokemon, Grass Dragon, with the abilities Gluttony and Super Sweet Syrup. This newly discovered evolution of Applin is distinct from Flapple and Appleton. The head sticking out seems to belong to one of two separate creatures, while the tail belongs to the other. Both creatures help each other out from within their shared apple, and they coat themselves in syrup The layers of fragrance syrup beguile opponents. So, not only does it have a new ability, it has a new move. Syrup Bomb. One move that Dipplin can learn, Syrup Bomb, is a grass-type special attack that causes an explosion of syrup. This move coats the target in syrup and causes its speed stat to lower each turn for 3 turns. Now, that's got a little bit of, confusion in a sense. Because it's like, is it 3 turns, like, a 3-stage drop on 1 turn? Or is it 1 stat drop each turn? So when it's the 3 turns are over, you're at -3 speed. And who knows, it might even be a trapping move that also lowers speed. We don't know yet. But Dipplin's ability, Super Sweet Syrup, when it first enters battle, the scent of its syrup spreads across the battlefield, lowering the evasiveness of opposing Pokemon. In Draft League, with the fact that the evasion clause is a standard Smogon clause, I can guarantee you that Smogon will be saying, no. You are not allowed to use Super Sweet Syrup, therefore you are only allowed to use a Gluttony on this Pokemon, which means they'll probably be really bad in Draft League. But the last 2 Pokemon that I can show you guys real quick, if I go to DLC, I go to the news area, we have 2 new Paradox forms, Raging Bolt and Iron Crown. And people are not a fan of Raging Bolt's design. I like it a lot. It is dope. Iron Crown, I mean, it's quite literally every futuristic Pokemon is just a robot. But some of them look really good to where you think that they should be the original Pokemon design. And Cobalions, I could see it being that. But the types are we're still unaware of what the types are, but if I had to guess, if Suicune kept its water typing and gained Dragon, I'm going to guess that maybe Raikou does the same, so it becomes an electric dragon, and if Iron Leaves, which was Virizion, kept its grass type, I'm going to assume Cobalion and its Iron Crown will keep the steel type, and it'll be a Steel Psychic. So, more Metagross comparisons, but we all know Metagross is better. But guys, that's everything that we have for the information on the Pokemon Presents and the DLC. Let me know your thoughts on them. Oh, wait, I forgot one final notification. The Teal Mask comes out September 13th. I can't wait for it. I'm going to be streaming it right after the Pittsburgh Regionals. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are on everything that was revealed today in the comment section down below. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, comment down below, and subscribe so we can get to our goals of 300 Talonites. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys with our next video.